All right, welcome to another Art Talk. So today what I want to talk about is not getting scammed. Don't be part of the scam. What is the scam? What is happening out there? Well, if anyone sends you an email and you get that email and it says, if you pay us something, then we'll give you something in return. The promises of making you rich, or the promises of putting money in your account, or doing something where it's clearly a scam. Anyone who wants money from you, before you're going to necessarily absolutely see what you're going to get, because then you're being scammed. Most people, they pay money and then it's like, well, where's the thing that you promised me? I don't see anything. I don't have anything. I got access to nothing. You've given me nothing. All right. This is what happens with artists. They get scammed all the time. So what's the great scam? The great scam is that they're going to reach out to you. They're going to contact you. Could be through LinkedIn, could be through Instagram, could be someplace else. And they're going to tell you how amazing and marvelous they think you are and how talented you are and how they have this project that they're working on, which is going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest thing ever. And you can be a part of it. And if it does go huge and it goes somewhere, you're going to get to be a part of that. So please, would you do this? And then the eager artist says, yes, this sounds exciting. This is my opportunity. This is my chance. And I'm going to do this. And then the person asks them, gives them the brief and tells them what they need. And they're just going to lead them on. And then they're going to do the artwork and they're going to get the artwork out. And they can say, is there any way you can get me the artwork by this coming whatever date? And then the artist is going to put together that artwork and they're going to send it out. And that artist is going to sit there and they're going to wait and they're going to be like, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be turned into something. And one day goes by and they don't hear anything back. 2 days go by, they don't hear anything back. Let me reach out to the person. Let me make sure they got my email. I better check and just resend it just to make sure that they got it. And you still never hear back. What has just happened? You have just been ghosted. You have just been scammed. Because this is what a lot of people will do. All right. When you're working for the bigger studios and the bigger companies or anything that has real notoriety, you don't necessarily have as much to worry about. Not to say it can't happen, but the chances are a lot slimmer because for them, getting all the bad press is not worth it. So they don't want to go down that route. So what do you have to do in order to make sure that you don't get scammed? You want to be able to hear what the people have to say, read their email, start a dialogue with them, make sure that you have everything in writing, exactly what it is that they want you to do. You want to negotiate a price and set up a price. And then you want to ask them if they have a contract they would like to send you, or you can send them a contract, a sample contract. You can find them or anywhere. All right. So this is something you can do your due diligence and research it and do what you need to do. But the most important thing, as long as it's in writing, that it's going to be this and I'm going to do that. And this is the expectation and this is how much you're going to pay. All right. But it doesn't end there. So what you need to do, especially if you've never worked with these people, is just simply let them know I require a third deposit or 50% deposit, whatever you're comfortable with, up front before I send you artwork. And I do this with all new clients. All right. If you've worked with the client before and you know that they're good, well, then you know that they're good. But a lot of the times you're working with brand new people who are trying to get something from you. They're trying to start something, but they're never really upfront, even with the price and the cost. They're just trying to leave that to the last part. And of course, they're going to try to give you as least amount of money as possible. And that's where your courage has to come in. And you want to know your rates. You want to know what you're comfortable charging, what your hourly rate is, what your day rate is, what your weekly rate is. And you know that you got to make a living. You know that I can't just be working 20 hours and just charging, $100 for the job. Right? Because now you get nothing at the end. So just know what it feels worth to you. I always think a good amount, just for a starter, for someone beginning, $35 an hour. If you're just like, well, I don't have that professional experience yet and I'm just beginning, then you're $35 an hour, okay? of course, you're living in different parts of the world, different parts where it's all the cost of living is going to be different. So that $35 an hour in American dollars is going to be a lot different than the $35 an hour for someplace in India or the Philippines or anywhere else. So just keep that in mind. Just think about, what can I buy? So for $35 out here, I mean, I can't even fill up a whole gas tank now, to be honest with you. Gas is so expensive, but I could fill up maybe half of a tank of gas. I know with $35, I could go to a movie. If I go into a theater, I know that I could buy some food. I could buy dinner for that night. I could go to a restaurant for $35. That'll take care of me. So you got to think about that in for you. Like, was it worth it for you? For that job that you took, all right? So the bottom line is, don't get scammed. Don't get scammed. Don't make sure people have things in writing. Make sure you get something up front before you give them anything, okay? It's important. Otherwise, that's where you'll start to see that you're going to get scammed over and over again, and you'll wonder, what am I doing wrong? What's happening? That's what's happening. There's no currency. There's no exchange. And when there's no exchange, well, then where's the deal? Because that's what money is. It's an exchange. It's a handshake. It's a commitment that I'm giving you this in order for me to get that. And we want to be happy and content with that. All right. So that's it. Make it a great week. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care.